Sup, Ham Skillets? Welcome to another live stream. Whoa. Welcome to bloody Wednesday. I hope you're all doing well. We're going to do some French cookery this evening, largely based on Julia Child's The French Chef. So come along. We'll be doing coq au vin, and we will be doing some French beans, and also we do have some hot cross buns that are pretty much ready to go. In fact, I'm going to preheat the oven right now, and I'm going to wipe this down because I run out of time. I also need time. The hot cross bun recipe is available, I'm pretty sure, in Discord, and if not, then certainly on buzzme.com. I'll put it on both locations. This one, well, I think given the post date, I've been using it since 2010, so a good 15 years worth. Actually, I can't remember if I need to glaze them beforehand, so let us find out. Why can't I see? Let us check. Good site if you've never checked it out yourself. Hot cross buns. Not going to bother with the crosses, so we're just going to bake these for 30-35 minutes and then glaze them, it would seem. Okay, can do. I might even brush them with a bit of milk or something. So we'll wait for the oven to come to temperature. So, coq au vin. So, chicken in wine. I can't remember where we'll use the index. And then some buttered beans to go with that. So pretty straightforward stuff. Chicken. $80. So there's a few steps to it. Maybe some slightly unnecessary. I'll get some boiling water on because we are going to. The beans are pretty straightforward, so we just boil them. We'll blanch them really, and then shock them, and then we fry them with butter when the time comes. But we need the beans. We need shrooms. We need onions. Maybe more than one onion. No, we'll just do one. Chicken, we're going to use thigh. Bacon. That's fine. Tomato paste. Yeah, that didn't seem to turn up the volume. There we go. Oh yeah, I got a squeezy bottle of tomato paste. Actually, we don't have any butter, so we're going to have to use some low pack, I'm afraid to report. Stock. Wine. Garlic. Thyme and bay. So yeah, we don't, well, I mean, you can get this kind of bacon, but, well, there's only one rasher left, that's okay. So, we're just going to fry that first, and we'll do the whole thing in this pot, pan, whatever you want to call it. Suspicious on that. Whoa! We have ourselves a celebration. Wolfie joining the stream and subscribing for 27 months. Thank you very much for your ongoing support. That's a long time. That's a really long time. Don't know how long that is in years, but it's better than my maths can do. Well, it's got to be more than 2 years, because that would be 24. So 2 years and something. How's it going, Wolfie? Glad to see you here. I have fixed my lights, and I am trying to get this stovetop started. There we go. To cook some ham. That's 3 babies. Oh, I see. 9 months, and I see where you're going with that. I was like, I don't know where this conversation is going. Oh yes, good. Yeah, we're doing some French cookery this evening. Julia Child. Or I should say, today! Coq au vin, chicken in wine. Following it fairly closely, or as close as I can. Bacon. What's on the menu down south? And well, we're doing some hot cross buns as well. And it is pretty much, I want to fold this one over a bit more. No, I deflated it. Oh, damn it. No, it should be fine. I'm just going to brush them with a little bit of milk. And clear some stuff out of here. Yeah, that's not what I need. So, there's a recipe that I love that Shelley doesn't like all that much. It's called malachir, which is an Egyptian, nominally Egyptian, kind of like a street food kind of thing where it is just broth, so like chicken or beef, and then you have boiled rice at the bottom of the bowl, and then you poach the chicken in the broth and then shred it. So it's rice, chicken on top, pour the broth in, so it's like a rice soup, and then fried onions over the top. But in the Egyptian recipe, it calls for malachir, which is it's a mallow. So it's kind of like got that okra kind of slipperiness to it, but wilted spinach would do just as well. So maybe you're accidentally doing some international cuisine right now. Yeah, like a reverse risotto. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It kind of feels Southeast Asian to me. But yeah, some people don't like you can pretty much only get it frozen here. I love it. In fact, I wish I was eating it right now. Man, I wish I hadn't deflated this last bun. Oh well. Sultana, and I actually put, and then we've got some, what do you call it? Mixed peel. So flour, I'm just doing a half batch of this, but so flour, spice, cinnamon, butter, 1 egg, sugar, sultanas, candied peel. Oh, and I put some glacé cherries in it as well. So these go into the oven right now. And yeah, it's about time. Two of my colleagues actually at work yesterday had hot cross buns, and I was like, man, I really want a hot cross bun. So that's what's going on. I'm not going to bother to put the cross on. Whoa. Our lone piece of bacon. Me too. I think I would get very fat and sick if Cinnabon was here. I had yes, there we go. Yeah, cinnamon's up there for me, for sure. I still don't know what beanettes are. Like, I mean, they look suspiciously like beans to me. So we're going to blanch these and then shock them. feel like that would be a sad life for a bean. Gee, maybe a bit more. I've moved my compost bin finally, so yeah, that can come off. I think a bit more. So I was thinking of not doing potatoes. I'm just going to do this, the onions and the beans and the chicken. That's more like it. Yeah, I'll dig up a malakia recipe. Finding malakia would probably be fairly easy in Melbourne. Let's get ourselves a pot. The recipe did call for more bacon, but I don't have any more bacon. So... So just hot water and salt. And get that going. No, because I'm doing the half recipe, so half. I mean, it's primarily there for just the salt, really. So I'll see how it tastes at the end. Other coq au vin recipes don't have bacon, at least the ones that I've seen. I don't know if they're legit, but... need to get a new filter for the... Oh, did I say... I can't remember. Did I? So I made a discovery of this. So this fridge. One thing that I didn't like about it was that the doors seemed to close, and I was like, oh, is this on an edge? But this one is the only one that closes. Then I was looking at it the other day. Yeah, and the height is. This door is off its hinge a bit. I can't remember if I was talking about this in the other stream, but so maybe on the weekend I'm gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna do something. But it now that I see it, actually, I don't know if it's that obvious. So like, no, you probably can't see it, but it runs and then there's about like 1/4 of a centimeter dip, and that's the weight that's, because it's a nightmare putting groceries away, where this one stays open no problem. So I've learned something. Not enough to fix it, but enough to know that there's a problem. Oh, it's still zoomed in. There we go. Yeah, it still closes properly. It swings itself closed too quickly. Well, at all. I'm sure I can work it out. So iced water. And we're just bringing this water up to the boil. Bacon can come out. It's so hard not to eat it. Initially I thought it was actually part of the design, because like, yeah, you don't want to accidentally leave the fridge door open, but then again, like, it does sing, and actually I'll show you, I'll leave it open. Like most modern fridges, it tells you, hey, the door's still open, but also I get a notification on my watch or phone, so that's handy. At least I'm pretty sure it does. We'll give it a second. while the door is open, I'll put some beans in. Actually, you know, I've never timed it, but it should tell me on my phone. It is fully a tech house. Yeah, I've fixed the lights. My front yard camera is not working. The connector got muddy because we had quite a bit of rain. I didn't really think, because it's like the connector's sitting in the... so there we go. And then I don't know how long it takes to decide to say... Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. We'll give it one more. Yep, certainly are. So I'll show you. So for the blinds, so we have door left and right. So that's at the where I go outside to collect the vegetables. And then the kitchen is this one. Front window, so that's at the front of the lounge room, and then the couch window is at the back. And so, yeah, I can just, and I have it set on timers as well. There we go. So you can see it's like the door is open. Well, I mean, I already knew that because I left it open. But yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blinds that are automatic. We'll go all the way. So this raises itself at sunrise, and then the ones in there a bit later, like 8:30 or 9 or so, they come up a little bit. Because we face a street, I don't want it like too much. It's blowing there. But yeah, so you just go, it comes with a remote, but I've linked it to the brain house. Yeah, you can get, so the ones that before I had IKEA ones, they're all right. They're pretty expensive. These were more expensive, but blinds are one of the things that are just expensive no matter what you do for some reason. So, yeah, and I can use voice assistant as well, but having it timed, so because obviously, and actually that's my watch face that I've got. This is the one that I've sort of settled on, like, because it shows you where the sun is and when it's sundown and sun up or whatever. And obviously that changes every day, and so I can tell this blind rise at sunrise, and so I don't have to constantly change the time that it does. It just knows when sunrise is. Yes. But yeah, my stupid front security camera is offline until I work out what to do. So we are blanching the beans. Tell it to the judge, Whitey. Tell it to the damn judge. Oh, Whitey. You want some salmon? Yes. We want salmon. Who doesn't? Yeah, it's a bit hit and miss, isn't it? So like, I had to get, like, Shelley had to turn off her voice assistant because when I'm in bed and I say, because I've got the home pod just to the right, my phone behind me, and then when she, well, one thing, I don't know if you know, but like if you put your phone or your iPad or whatever face down, it will stop listening for the command word. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 devices that are listening right now. But by having the screen down, it knows not to listen to this one. Yeah. And because it's playing music and it should be smart enough to know that I'm talking to the thing that's actually playing the music is the idea. Yeah, same with the AirPods. But yeah, so when I go to bed, because I've got so many other devices, like I'll put this face down, so just to make sure, because it's generally the closer microphone to my head, but it's not the one I wanted to respond to. So there you go. There's the tech tip for the day. A bit more heat. Learning is good. Alright, so once the beans are done, what are we actually doing? We have done the bacon, but then we're going to brown the chicken. Oh, there's going to be some fire, actually. Yeah, there is. So we're going to flambe this with brandy and hope that nothing goes wrong. I'm going to boil an onion as well. This is kind of like, it feels to me a little bit unnecessary, but whatever. This is the French way after all. Shrooms, and then we fry them. Yeah. Wait. That is how you know. I'm gonna preserve some water as well and do the onions in this next. It smells like good beans. We'll just give them a moment more. Yeah, well, this is built into the fridge, those spheres. So and we still need to work out why it's making more nipples than it is. They're supposed to be spheres, but it has 2 ice makers in it. So pretty cool fridge, except that it shuts on me all the time. Where's my? But you can get like silicone ones that do it. Yeah, so slow doing it this way. So these just sit. A little bit more shrooms. Oh yeah, man, I need to do more actual watching of streams. I feel bad. I feel like I need to not have a day job. Oh yes, are they cooking streamers as well? I'm gonna take the top layer off. Ow. And she says to boil them. I've never boiled onions before frying them. Well, these are supposed to be small. Oh yeah, retro streamer, okay. Best type of wine. Ah, yeah, brown. I mean, that's a classic. I mean, Shelley's mum's big on Brown Brothers. Sort of depends on where you are in the country. It's kind of hard. Like, I always feel like if you're paying more than $15, you're probably fine. Yeah. I think it's Brown Brothers that they do a Prosecco. But if you want something more specific, I can absolutely assist. It does eventually go bad, yes, and most of the wine that you buy, like if you're buying wine out of a IGA, like at a supermarket or IGA or Bottle-O, like 98% of wine is designed to be drunk now. So yeah, it will go off. Which I didn't know when I first started. I thought if I just kept it longer it would be better, but it's not necessarily the case. I forgot what I was going to say there. Yeah, and even so, like the big names in wine, like, and so if we think of Australia, think of Penfolds, Grange. They actually have to top up some of the older bottles because it evaporates like through the cork. Modern Australian wines have the screw caps, but if it has cork, it will evaporate eventually. So there are only a few, really, like probably, or I don't know if I'd say like in the world, but you know, a few hundred wines that are designed to be kept for like 50 years or whatever. The most expensive wine that I've ever had was in 1985, and that was too old. As in, the vintage was 1985, and it had lost its character. So no. Basically, if you get a wine, red wines especially, you can age white wines. People do, like you do. The vineyard will design them to be too full on, like too in your face, and so they're designed to sit for years to mellow out. But most vineyards are selling wines to be consumed now. Yeah. That is my wine story. Yeah, they do, and they change. So like, you will get. I mean, you don't even need wine terms to say it, right? Like, it's like, okay, younger wines smell fresher and they've got more like ripe red fruits and berry sort of sense to them. Older ones have, so that freshness dies away, but what you get out of that is you get like earthier, more like wood, sort of secondary smells that you wouldn't get from a young wine. So getting it right in the middle there is what you want. But yeah, eventually it'll just turn into vinegar no matter what you do. And once you've opened it, you pretty much do need to drink it, unless you've got a plan. Because it starts to oxidize immediately. Okay, boiling these. Yeah, turns into red wine vinegar. So let's have a look. Red wine vinegar. And so all that's happened here is this is oxidized. So it's sat out, and you can sort of see the kind of a brown, kind of like terracotta. And this is what you will see in older wines on the edges of it. So it loses its like deep red or like the ruby kind of red, and you sort of get this browny kind of orange. So this is this, but intentionally left out in the open. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so if you got crap wine, you could just leave it out. I mean, you got, I mean, it can get like, you don't want it to get moldy or whatever, but that's the process. It's like, and that's what a lot of, so like if big wine producers have too many grapes or whatever, you know, this is essentially a byproduct of a big vineyard's harvest. And you can smell it the same, like, you can smell that this was grape juice. Yeah, so there you go. That's why sometimes people will say, oh, this wine tastes like vinegar. Yep. What have I got here? You're probably familiar with the brand. Exactly the same deal. So this is oxidized, partially fermented grape juice. So this could have gone into white. Could have become. So they don't make the wine and then let it go off to make this product. But it's basically the same pathway. Yeah, I don't mind a bit of always fresh. And then you have the same thing again, right? So like with, doesn't have a lid on it for some reason. Apple cider vinegar. So this is apple juice that has been fermented and then oxidized. So it was fizzy apple drink and then turned into, like, left to go off a bit, and then that's why you get the same sort of thing. Let us check our everything. What time? These buns need just a little longer, I think. Not much longer. These onions definitely can come out. Where the hell do I put boiled onions? I guess a little plate. And we're gonna fry these to get some color. I'd be interested to see what the difference is. Like, does it matter that much? You know what? Now that I've said it, I'm gonna actually take these out because I was just thinking about the texture. And like hot crust buns that are pretty moist. That's an odd bunch. Yep. Cool. So I'm just gonna drain the beans. Okay. Now I once again forgot to defrost the chicken, but I think I think I'm just going to cut it up and go with it. Supting bottom, doing coq au vin and buttered green beans from Julia Child's French cookbook, and we were just deliberating whether or not I will bother to defrost. Oh, actually, there's heaps in here. Defrost the chicken thigh, and I've come to the conclusion that I can't be bothered. So we're just gonna go like this. And you know what? I'm gonna freeze the rest of this. What's on the menu at Cafe 49? Although, yeah, it'll be fine. I wonder why it stops there. And we were just discussing wine and its journey towards vinegar. And the pitfalls. Which I tend to avoid by not really cellaring much wine these days at all. Music. Oh yeah, lasagna and the classic. Yeah, that's a good one. I almost did something along those lines, but I decided to say south of the border, I guess. Southwest. No, wait, north. Oh wait, no, Italy is south. I know what I'm talking about. I just registered, because it's a long and boring story, but part of registering your copyright in the US through Sound Exchange, your entity can be two things. You can be a rights owner and an artist. And last time I tried to register the Guild of Ambience as an artist for most of the songs, for some reason it didn't work. But this led to so I got him registered as the rights owner, which led to that check. And now I've just registered the remainder of his catalogue as an artist as well. So you have to do both. So hopefully the next royalty, I don't know how they work it out, but the next round should include, well, if this happens, it won't be double, but he's logged as both. He's the rights owner and he's the artist associated with those tracks. And Shelley joins us here.
It smells like bloody Easter out here.
It is bloody Easter out here.
The smell is wafting down the hallway.
Wafting. Richard Waft.
Richard Waft. So did you just do that today? Did you do all the registration?
Yeah.
How long did that take? Can you do it? Do you have to do it one by one?
No, I was able to do them all at once. The reason why, so we got an email from the PPCA, so the Phonographic and Performance Association of Australia, and they're like, hey, you registered. So they do the mechanical rights, royalty distribution and registration for Australia in musical works. And they emailed, they're moving to a new system, I don't know. They said it's going to take a long time. But we got this email saying, hey, there's 2 ISRCs that are not associated, which you submitted, which I forgot to do. So that sort of just led me to go and check all the things that I had pending, because it has been a while. I'm not full-time Gillivandians.
If only. Yeah, what are you doing, Boomshine?
He's having lasagna.
I mean, you should be employing this man.
Oh, sorry,
Like-
Dingbottom. No, Boomshine's not. He's given up on the stream.
He was there on Monday.
He was
When he
eventually.
was contributing.
Wolfie says the cheese and chive hot cross buns. So, like, what about savoury hot cross buns?
No.
Look at that face. Well, you can't, but
Well, it's not a hot cross bun then, is it?
well, I mean, it's a bun.
It's got to be a fruit bun to be a hot cross bun.
Explain how.
I don't know.
Justify your position.
I guess you could get chocolate for hot cross bun.
Chocolate.
Yeah, choc chip buns.
Yeah, I was going to put some chocolate nubbins in, but I didn't.
I think, well, I don't think fruit and the chocolate should mix in a hot cross bun. I think they should be distinct flavors.
Me
But
too.
a savoury hot cross bun is just like a savoury bun. It's not like a hot cross bun.
Well, it's hot, savoury bun.
And it's got a cross on it, I guess.
If I put a cross on it, which I
No.
can't be stuffed. What about raisins and chocolate? You like old gold?
I do. I don't know. So many questions. A savoury hot cross bun just sounds funny. I'm trying to think of a reason why, like an example of where
Well,
that wouldn't work.
Maybe we need to think about it in the context of muffins, because you say,
Like you wouldn't make a savoury cream bun.
what is a bagel?
A bagel.
Savoury cream cheese chives. Makes me.
That's the bagel is just a receptacle for that.
What
It's
about
not-
it? What about a cheese and bacon muffin, like a savoury muffin?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Wolfie's onto something.
I guess it's just they're typically sweet.
They are typically sweet.
So it'd be like making a savoury donut or like a savoury cream puff or a savoury.
Yeah, it's like this is
Fruitcake.
getting Heston level.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not like it.
I don't agree with it. Clearly, for some reason.
Look, I'm not going to judge you.
I could change my mind in retrospect.
Yeah. Not
But
sure.
I said what I said.
You said what you said.
They look good
Now we need to glaze them. Glaze them buns.
with jam.
No, with glaze.
Oh, you're not gonna put a jam glaze on top before you do the cross.
A jam glaze on hot cross buns.
Didn't you do that last time?
No. Oh, maybe marmalade. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like an apricot jam.
Oh, well, I mean, we have heaps of Wolfie's stuff here.
I've already been eating a lot of the strawberry.
I don't know if Jesus would approve of this, though.
No, just put the cross on it.
The what?
The cross.
No, I'm not doing the cross.
Oh, well, he wouldn't approve of that.
Heredity,
Maybe he
heredity,
would. He probably
heredity.
hates those things.
It's like, this is a bloody beat up. Alright, so I'm just putting jam on this.
No. Don't
what?
worry about it.
No. I need to glaze it with something.
Oh, okay. Well then, yes.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's involve Wolfie.
Oh, here you go. Orange, ginger, and Chardonnay marmalade.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Ooh.
But yeah, Wolfie, I've been having the strawberry sparkling champagne jam on muffins. English muffins. And I like it a lot. I had it with jam and cheese on toast the other day. That's all I have to say about that.
That's the Shelley update. Alright. It smells like breakfast. That's for sure. Wow. Yeah, I guess it does two things at once, really. Don't let me we forget about the dinner. Yeah, I started these this morning. It was pretty cold this morning. So they didn't rise particularly quickly. I don't know. I haven't made a real. Have I made a real brioche? Kind of like an enriched dough kind of scenario, but I can't quite remember the details. Good idea to use this. And I'm partial to marmalade. Yeah, it is shiny, isn't it? Sweet. Twinkle Hush! It's Twinkle Hush alert. What's the haps? Hushmeister. We're just glazing some hot cross buns, and they were about to get on with the remainder of dinner. But yeah, I there is tea and a hot cross bun in my very near future. I suspect. What brings you here, Twinkle Hush? Are you a streamer? But more importantly, what did you have for dinner?
Apparently that's his one. And City is lying in all these weird positions.
Who does that? Alright, let's brown some chicken.
He's like lying on broken wood.
Why not? Doddy. Yep, I dug it out. I was looking for those pins for Harlem, and then I was like, oh man, I forgot. So this is a Caritha, which I forgot I had, so they are my mortal enemy. Not a streamer, just watching. We are well. We've just finished making some hot cross buns, and we've just glazed them with marmalade that Wolfie sent in the mail. Oh man, I hope I didn't get marmalade in the camera just then. What do you like to eat? What's the story on your front? So we're doing a French dish, coq au vin, which is chicken and wine. Sup, Has Jazz? Has Jazz is adopting a kitten. If you can believe it. Thank you. Yeah, so we're using Julia Child. Sometimes, like in the weeks, we pick a theme. Sometimes a cookbook. Other times we just cook whatever the hell we want. Why did that camera die? Oh, there it is. So we're using Julia Child. So I got this for my birthday a couple of months ago. I'm hungry too. Are you from, where are you from, country-wise? Oh, yeah. Is there anything better than kittens? I don't think so. Do you have a short list for names? Because I have suggestions. Which I will think of now. Does that trigger? Tutti in the bar. So now we are browning the chicken. You've decided the name. Oh my god. Is it Ichabod Crane? Low along the low water control. Oh, Harden and or Marambara. Oh, you're from Russia. There you go. We don't get too many Ruskies here. Not often. Well, welcome aboard. What time would it be? What is the time in Russia? Let's find out. I guess there's a few. Time Moscow. Oh, it's in the morning. Yeah. Time for breakfast. Onions and buttermilk. Do you cook much, Twinkle? Maybe you should call it Twinkle Hush Has Jazz. Bit more heat. Common Russian breakfast, I'm going to say coffee and toast. We actually haven't done much Russian cooking. We've done borscht a few times, which is not exclusively Russian. Gretel is a good name for a cat. What? Yeah, I feel that. All right, let's go Google that. And typical Russian breakfast. Porridge, kasha. Pancakes, savory pancakes. It's like a spelt kind of porridge. And then your cheeses and meats. Coffee. Gretel. Well, if you love cooking, you come to the right place. Oh, it's making a mess. We may be able to show you Shelley's engagement ring, which is Russian, from Fabergé. And that is the extent of my... Oh, actually, no, I was at a birthday party last weekend, and a good friend of mine, she's from St. Peters... Sorry, my friend's wife is from St. Petersburg. Gonna get another plate. Yeah. So don't really come across too many Russians here in Australia. A couple of, like my old housemate was Ukrainian. I knew a Ukrainian kid in college, in university. But yeah, don't come across too many Russians in Australia. I know there are. I hope she wasn't that Portuguese girl that got killed on her bike the other day. In an accident, I mean. I think she was Portuguese. Okay. What are the next steps? I'm gonna move these to the side. No, Wolfie's a mystery. It's like a mixture of a... What would you say? A Malteser and a potato. So we've browned this. Oh, no, we have to set this on fire. I forgot about this. Okay, now let us hope. I forgot the cognac. That was going to be the highlight of the show. Stand back and stand by. So we have... Oh, I was like, I knew there was something else. I'll need a lighter. Oh, it's chilly. Sorry, man. Where? Doddy in the bed. he's
He was laying in there and getting sticks in his eye.
He doesn't mind a bit of stick in the eye. May as well just go head first into a bloody wood chipper. How's Jazz is gonna send a message? That's the spirit. A message in a bottle. So we're gonna put some brandy in here and we're gonna set it on fire. And we are going to not die. This. Wait, did I change the... Hang on. Since 1984, eh? This is what makes it French. A touch more. And now we move it quickly. I'm glad the camera is not over the top anymore. That's how you know it's high alcohol content. How's that? Oh, still going. Oh, splashed it. There we go.
just got Nina's message
What does it say?
about the cat.
Oh my god.
Have you picked out a name yet?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
And
What's the answer?
me.
No, bad.
That's what I said.
Appreciate what it's going to be.
Has she answered me with what it's going to be?
The name.
No. Not to my knowledge. Would you like to enlighten?
One answer then.
It's a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it should be called Buzz Moo.
Well, also, you don't know until you pick the cat, you might have a second heart.
Yeah, although when we got Sooty, like that was my policy. It's like I want a black cat whose name is Sooty.
Well, it's good. The black cat could be called Sooty, and that's bad. But a cat looks like it can have different types of things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I singed my eyebrows. Well, that's very exciting. Yeah, and I think Onyx will want a friend. It can't be all just has jazz and lollipops all the time. You need a bit of variety in your life. Oh, that didn't flash properly.
Also, Val Kilmer has passed away.
What?
Yeah, apparently he had cancer, and he's had it for like a little while.
Yeah. Not Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, better watch some Batman. In fact, I don't know if I've watched any other Val Kilmer movie. Hit me with your best shot. What's a Val Kilmer movie that you like?
The best one that I probably saw was the Doors movie.
The Door.
About Doors.
So he was a carpenter.
He played Mark.
Alright.
And because I saw that when I was like 8 years old, and it's a really terrible movie for a child to watch.
You don't want to know what Shelley watched in her infant
Well,
times.
that's one of them.
Yeah, that's it. That's just the start.
But anyway,
Where were her parents?
I think I was homesick from school or something, I don't know. But it's a great movie, and I love the Doors as a band.
The Doors are pretty cool.
And I got really into the Doors from an early age after I watched this movie when I realised they were actually like a real life band. But then I could never reconcile that the real Jim Morrison looks like he does. Like in my mind, he will always be Val Kilmer as Jim Morrison. And that's all there is to it. Like whenever I think about Jim Morrison, I see Val Kilmer as Jim Morrison. Yeah.
That's not right.
But then obviously after that, Batman. And other than that, probably not much.
Can't think of a single other one. Well, I'm sure he was a nice guy. Where is Carl? He was here this morning and this afternoon. In fact, he was, and Shelley didn't see it, he was flopped on the mat out here. Because he snuck in and he was being very cautious about it. Because we don't let him in the house anymore because he sprays everywhere. And I told him he wasn't allowed to come in. And he's like, alright, fine. And then I came in a bit 15 minutes later and then he was full flopped on the mat. And then Whitey was as flat as a worm just looking at Carl. But he was here this morning at about like 7. But it was too cold and Sooty was in bed. In literal bed. He was in the bed.
Yeah, I'll send Nina a photo of that.
Yeah.
That's my cat exchange.
Yeah, and he was like, hey, can Sooty come out and play? I'm like, no, he's still in bed. So Carl went home. Now, So when the chicken's done, drained out the cooking liquid, yes. Ba 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 ba. So this is when we make the sauce. So I'm going to do the mushrooms now. Yeah, Twinkle, if Sooty comes in, I will bring him in front of the camera. Do you have any pets? Mushrooms in here. I think it was a Russian cat. I think it was on Reddit, and the owner had a camera on it. It was like, here's my cat's day, and it just wanders around and you can watch what the Russian cat does. So that's cool. Ah, here he is. Sooty, say hello to our Russian friends. Oh, fat cat. Oh, it's so heavy. Ooh. This is Sooty. Woody. So he's all the emotes are based on this guy. Oh, fat man. Oh, my good friends. Aren't we? Sooty wants to go. Indeed, Presley was a Russian blue. One of the more Australian Russian blues, I think you'll find. So we're just looking to brown these. How are we doing for time? 7:15. Or 5:17 would be the more appropriate way to say that sequence of numbers. And actually, I will now put these boiled onions in to brown them too. This seems to be the thing.
Oh yeah, Top Gun was the other movie that.
Top Gun?
Yeah.
I've never seen Top Gun.
I haven't either. He's one of the main people besides Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's Tom.
Yeah, that's why. I was thinking typically it was connected to him. And it could be found in the notes. It's still Top Gun.
Top Gun, okay.
Because he's obsessed with Top Gun.
It's like, I understand it to be like the audio design. This is something I would watch it for. Just Tom Cruise is such a boring person and actor. He's just not very good, is my problem with him.
He's good in his own movie.
So, yeah, and actually, A Few Good Men. I will say A Few Good Men.
Yeah, well, there's a reason why he's famous.
But we start to run out of reasons pretty quickly.
Rain Man.
Rain Man. I'll take Rain Man. Hans Zimmer, compose. Keep going. You can't.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. He was only in. Yeah. He was only in that for because of a favour that he owed Harrison Ford? No. Ben Stiller.
Yeah,
Edge of Tomorrow. Has just liked the new Top Gun. I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it, it's just that I have a terrible attention span, it seems. As Jess is going to marry Ben Stiller. Draco. Cock of Inn sounds expensive. It depends on the wine. And we are only using XO brandy. So, I mean, it's not free. Welcome on in. Good to see you. What brings you here? What do we need to know? We're browning some onions and some shrooms. As called for by Julia Child. And turn it down. Yeah, it is. Cooking is hard. I'm not sure what is a cat girl or cat boy in English. We will investigate that. Hang on. Whoops, wrong thing. But it becomes a hell of a lot easier if you actually practice and do it, is what I would say. So, male cat, oh cat. Where are you from? Draco. Sounds like a Harry Potter fan. Just guessing there though. Russian. Cot. I don't know if it makes a difference. Female cat. Koshka. Cot and Koshka. London. Excellent. We do get a few Brits here. There's another great streamer, the only deaf guy. He is it Nottinghamshire? He live streams from his cafe. Also live streams Minecraft and various other games. So we're almost done browning these. Well, that's the thing about Deaf Guy. He live streams from work, and all his family are in on it, and so it's like it's a small family business. English, big English, and Olympic breakfasts. That's what you get in Nottinghamshire. So you don't work in hospitality. I don't either. I do this just for fun. So let us refer. So now we need so we've done the cognac. And now we're going to go in with all of this and the wine, or the vin. Smells pretty good. Going to use some standard issue South Australian Shiraz. Well, make sure you, hang on, my alerts haven't been working. If you haven't followed, you should follow, because we will be doing, it's getting cooler here. And we will be cooking beef. So we have our wine. And we need our stuff. But yeah, it does take a fair bit of practice, I would say, but it's absolutely worth practicing. If you don't cook much, absolutely, there's no harm in trying. I didn't know what the hell I was doing when I started. Let's put it that way. My music has died again. Pepper. And a bit of salt. Bit of water. And we're off to the races. It's completely... Okay. Oh, we want the bacon in as well. And these beans we're going to fry separately in butter, and they'll be the side dish. Draco, I would say check out Jamie Oliver's, and I don't care, like, love him or hate him or whatever, he has a book, Ministry of Food, which is somewhere here. Yeah, this one. If you're not used to cooking, I would look at this book because it does actually have it has exactly what you're describing, and it's one of the more unique cookbooks I own. I think people underestimate him and his team, I guess. I think this was a TV show as well. But the way that the recipes are written are not like how most cookbooks are written, and they've obviously thought about it. Sorry, I'm trying to find the roast. Yeah, like the sides, some great salads in here, but the pacing of it is exactly right. Yeah, there's some curries in here as well. There is roasts, I'm sure. Fillets. Yeah, all your favorites, presumably. I don't know what you eat, but hang on, here we go. So like this gravy recipe is what I use every Christmas. Same with the veg. Yeah, here we go. So like roast pork, and then the beef. I think this is what we were talking about here. So if you just did this, you would, you'd be fine. So, hashtag not sponsored, but this is really well written for people that don't cook very often, and that takes a lot of effort, according to my research anyway. So check that out. And then you get the Yorkies, the Yorkie puds in there as well. But so it goes roast lamb, chicken, beef and pork, all your favorites. Yeah, if you don't cook often, just get this book, I would say, especially if you're British, which it seems you are. That is my Jamie Oliver story. For the random Brit. Okay, we've got to cover this. It's not the right one. I'm going to turn it down. And 5:30 we will go BRB is what we're going to do. Stay tuned, we will return shortly, at which point we will finish off making that sauce, and that's pretty much done, and then all we got to do is fry up some beans. So get ready for that. We'll return shortly.
Here is a chart of the 7 groups of food that are most important for you to eat. They are called bodybuilding or foundation foods. Sal Health Committee at River School. She is using the chart and some food cutouts to plan a healthful dinner. And later, when Sally gets home, she will help her mother plan the real dinner. Mrs. Brown is a good planner. She's the foundation foods her family must eat to be healthy and happy. She knows the right foods for good bones and teeth, strong muscles, bright eyes, and rosy cheeks. Sally's father is a good planner, too. He is an architect. He plans buildings, and he has told Sally and her brother Jim that building a strong, healthy body is like building a strong, beautiful building. The foundation is very important. If the foundation is weak, the whole building will be weak. Concrete must have just the right amount of sand, gravel, and cement, so it will be strong. Then workers must build a strong frame on the foundation before finishers can make the building complete and beautiful. So a great many people work together to make the architect's plans come true. Mrs. Brown does not work alone either when she plans meals. Many people work to provide the foundation foods her family needs. Farmers must raise the vegetables, fruits, and grains. Dairymen must care for cows to get milk, cream, butter, and cheese. Poultrymen must raise chickens and other poultry for meat and eggs. Fishermen must bring fish from the ocean, lakes, and rivers. Farmers and ranchers must raise animals so there will be meat. And all of these foods must be taken to market by train, by boat, and by truck before Mrs. Brown can buy the foundation foods for her family. So you see, Mrs. Brown doesn't work alone either. Many people work together to make her plans come true. And now, most important of all, each one in the family must do his part. He must eat the food prepared for him, and he must eat it the right way. Sally and Jim eat slowly, and they chew their food thoroughly. And they eat all of their food. Sally and Jim are good members of the Clean Plate Club. Yes, Mr. Brown is a member, too. He's president of the Clean Plate Club at the Brown's house. Mrs. Brown learns how to plan meals from reading and from television and the radio. There is a great deal to learn. But these 7 groups of foods are the important ones for you to learn and to remember. These are the foundation foods that go together to build strong bodies. Remember to eat some food from each group every day. In the first group, there are leafy, green, and yellow vegetables. Group 2 has tomatoes, raw cabbage, and citrus fruits like oranges and lemons. Group 3 has potatoes and other vegetables and fruits not in Group 1 or 2, like beets, corn, peaches, and bananas. Milk, cheese, and ice cream are in Group 4. They help to build the good bones and teeth. Group 5 foods are builders of bone and muscle: meat, poultry, fish, eggs, dried peas, and beans. Group 6 has bread, flour, and cereal. And Group 7 has butter and fortified margarine. These are especially good for your eyes. Remember these foundation foods. Help your mother plan so you can eat some food from each group every day. When you eat is important too. Your body is using food all 24 hours of the day, about 12 hours of daytime and about 12 hours of nighttime. Your food does the best work when you eat at regular times. When you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner at regular times, your food gives strength during the day and helps you get a good rest at night. Sally and Jim eat their breakfast at about 7 o'clock. It's a good breakfast of good foundation foods. Today they're having milk, cereal, poached eggs, and sliced oranges. They are starting the day right. They will be ready for a morning of work and play. But when lunchtime comes, they are hungry again. And Jim remembers foundation foods when he chooses his lunch in the cafeteria. Jim is out for track. The coach has told him that the right foods are very important for athletes. Let's see what he selected. Milk, rice pudding, stew, bread and butter, and salad. Good boy, Jim. Those foundation foods will help you along when you practice running this afternoon. Sally gets home at 3 o'clock. Dinner isn't until 6, and Sally is hungry. But no need to worry. Sally always gets milk and fruit after school. A perfect snack. Jim starts home much later, and you can be sure that he's hungry. Yes, he certainly would like a candy bar, but he knows that sweets are pleasure foods for special times, and besides, it's too close to dinner time, even for a snack. Now, Jim, you don't have much longer to wait, and dinner is worth waiting for. Meat and vegetables, salad, bread and butter, milk and fruit cobbler, all good foundation foods. And now, there are many hours of nighttime before it's breakfast time again. Sally's bedtime is 7:30. Jim's bedtime is 9:30 before a school day. High school people don't need quite so much sleep. But both Sally and Jim have many hours to sleep before breakfast. And remember, your body isn't just like an automobile. When a car is put away for the night, nothing is left moving. When the engine is turned off, it stops using gasoline. But you are alive. When you sleep, your body is still using food to keep you warm to keep you breathing. Your engine keeps on running, even when you are asleep. You're using the food you've eaten for dinner, and you'll need that good hot breakfast to start another day of work and play. And now, fellow members of Foundation Foods, say them with me. Leafy, green, and yellow vegetables. Citrus fruits, tomatoes, and raw cabbage. Potatoes and other vegetables and fruits. Milk, cheese, and ice cream. Meat, poultry, fish, eggs, dried peas and beans. Bread, flour, and cereals. Butter and fortified margarine. Remember these Foundation Foods. Remember to eat some food from each group every day. Let them help you to be healthy and happy.
We have returned. Whoops, and I just spilt tomato juice on that. Oh no. So we'll add some garlic and tomato paste to the mix. And we've put bay leaf and thyme in, because I forgot to do that. But I did that while we were off camera. Brick by Bick has joined the Discord server. think that's pretty much it. I've forgotten. So we've done the bacon, it is in. We've fried the chicken, we have flambéed it with cognac. We've put the wine in the pan. And now we've added the tomato paste, the garlic and the herbs. We've done the onions, which I've put into this. We've done the mushrooms, which I've also put in. And then really all it is once the chicken is done, we make a sauce. Which is just butter and flour, so like a roux, but uncooked, so maybe not a roux. Okay. The music stopped again. Oh, it's back. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. Okay. Let's have a look at the chicken. Yep. Excellent. Okay. Good. So now we just want to talk about sauce and the beans. You get a bit of brandy in there as well. Whoops. Should I? I think I'm going to take all of this out. No, actually, I'll just give it a moment more. I want the garlic to blend. This tastes French. And we'll just plan ahead. For the beans. I'm actually running a little bit behind time. Yeah, the frames are dropping, aren't they? I noticed that myself. The camera's not that hot. Hmm. Okay. Oh, and we need a little bit of butter and flour to thicken the sauce. Yeah, the whole thing seems to be dripping. I didn't see that Draco followed. I think next week I will do a full refresh of the software. Like I said, the Streamer bot has a completely new version, so maybe it's time to actually take some time and redo the whole thing, because it's been a bit too flaky for my liking. Cool. I think it'll be okay to leave all the little bits in there. So all we're going to do is like thicken this up. It smells good. Okay. So blending the fat in the butter helps, and so now we're getting it's not a jus. This is a sauce. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. Now this heats up, and then we do ourselves some beans, and that's game, Hendrix. The camera has died. Has it? Oh no! Scrumptious! Something is wrong. Is the stovetop camera frozen for you? It looks frozen to me. Hang on. There we go. Must have been a gremlin. So all we're doing here is cooking this so that the raw flour taste comes out and it thickens a bit. And then in here we have the beans. Yeah, they've been a winner, those charcoal plates. Not sure what the French term is. And my music has stopped as well. I wonder if that is part of it. So we'll put everything back in now that the sauce is starting to thicken. Oh yeah. And then the beans. So remember we have already cooked these, so we've blanched them and then we've shocked them. So now we're just frying them in butter and a bit of salt. Whoops. And a bit of pepper. I just want a little bit of parsley, if we have any. Hello, chickens. Have we got any parsley? Oh. Oh yeah, there's some. You stepped on tomato. Yeah. It smells like France. Julia Child can do no wrong. How do I do a Julia Child video? Nah.
Are we gonna have to try this one as well?
If you would like.
We'll try and buy that one. As is customary.
As was the fashion at the time. Julia's in her autumnal gear.
Oh, it's autumn today officially.
Officially?
60?
Yes.
As in it felt as such.
Mm.
Or whenever you're
Yes. Yeah, when we do, yeah.
Just cut a little bit.
Oh, got a little bit, oh yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, you put glacé cherries in it too.
Oh, I did.
They feel good.
If
Like
it feels good,
soft.
do it. Be like boy. Be like boy. Okay.
What's that? Parsley?
Parsley.
Is that from the garden?
It's from the garden.
Wow.
So much surprise.
I haven't been watching today.
Another round. Okay. We're done, home skillets. I also intentionally lowered the carb load on this. So we have, oh, she's gone. Beans and onions, but I didn't do taters or bread because I
Yeah.
thought that would be a thing.
No, I think this will be lovely.
I hope so.
And the hot cross bun will make it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There's going to be some of that with some tea real soon.
Some sweet, sweet tea. Dingbottom coming in with the red lights. He's spending his cooking coins wisely. Okay, everything off. Something going on with that camera. So we have one onion, or half an onion each.
Is this as per her recommendations for plating?
There was no plating recommendations,
No.
except, well, I mean, what do you mean?
What's that? Mushroom or chicken?
Both. So chicken thigh, mushrooms and bacon,
Oh.
garlic, tomato paste and wine. Forms coq au vin.
Oh, wow.
These.
Coq au vin et du.
You said it, Muriel. Yeah.
For
This.
two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it?
I'm not French.
And then.
And
Oh,
Dan.
look at that. That's a bloody French delicacy. That is.
I'll tell you. What are we in Paris right now?
It looks good on the black plate too.
Yeah, love the pans. Too heavy. French bistro style, as we say in the West. It does look rich and glossy. Rich and glossy. I believe you'll find that is coq au vin. Let us find out together. I suspect this is going to be a savoury blast. Yeah, that's good chicken. That's a good way of doing it. I can see why they do it. Difficulty rating? Simple, conceptually simple. I would not do it the way that, actually I want to try this onion. There's probably a few steps in there that are unnecessary, but this is sort of like your hangover from the 60s. Oh. Splat.
Oh, it's red wine sauce. You best whack that off.
Oh. I think the way that Mum does it is very similar to this. You can get the brandy through here. I think the brandy is a good addition. Don't neglect it. Wolfie's speaking in Vietnamese or Thai. I'm getting a bit of heat there from the pepper. And
The onion.
the onion was good as well. So we boiled that and then we charred it. Yeah, this is good. Oh, yeah. Majiga. Now we will try a hot crust bun. Oh, it says it looks good. If you say so. It's all Greek to me. So let's get some stuff out of there. Hot crust buns with Wolfie's glazed.
That looks so good.
That looks like a hot crust bun to me. If ever I've seen one. Would you like to try a bite?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, she would. Oh, yes. Get it up, yeah.
Marmalade was a good choice. They're soft.
And not too sweet, but they're sweet. Yeah, that's a win. And then you get the marmals.
Which is a good addition.
Yeah. Okay. That is 3 for 3. I'm calling it. That is a winner. That is a winner.
Hooray!
Hurrah! My music has glitched out again, so I'm just gonna. Oh, I think my music just started working again. I didn't realize I bought a second.
That's actually the song that
Yeah.
It's like knowing your favourite show's theme song.
Absolutely.
I've heard it a lot. Wolfie will know that
Wolfie.
song too.
Wolfie knows. Who doesn't? Cheers, Wolfie. Thanks. Thanks for everyone for following along. All the new faces as well from all around the globe. Always good to see new peeps in the chat. We're going to leave it there. Next stream on Monday, I have ordered the new Elder Scrolls Cookbook, Volume 2.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realise that it had come out, so it came out late last year. So next week is probably going to be Elder Scrolls themed.
That's been the most successful book, isn't
It's
it?
definitely the best geek book that I have.
Yeah, that's the one with like the leek and
Yep.
the pastry thing,
Yeah,
the salad,
all your favourites.
the meatloaf.
Meatloaf, yeah, the Hawker loaf.
Yes. Yeah.
The sweet rolls. Yeah, it's got it all. So the second volume 2 has come out and it's on the way. So next week is to conveniently coincide with autumn.
Oh yeah.
That's Witcher territory. Cool. So we will leave it there before that gets too cold. Thanks everyone. Chat to you in Discord. Have a good evening. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye for now.